Hey, good morning, everybody. Brannon Beliso here. It's a not so sunny day in Millbrae today. It's actually a little bit overcast, a little bit foggy, but that's okay. Just dropped my daughter off at school like I do every Tuesday and Thursday. On Monday and Wednesdays, I take my son to school. That is so important to me. You know, I wrote the other day that time is our most precious commodity. And how we choose to use our time is very important. We can either waste time, we can squander it, or we can really embrace time and live it to the fullest. What's up, Whit? Irene, Mike, everyone's coming aboard. As you come aboard, just check and say hey. I love saying good morning to people. I love to know who I'm talking to. That's always a good thing. So, today I want to talk to you about, I came up with this the other day. I was talking to one of my clients. And, morning, Stefan. I was talking to one of my clients, and he had just dropped contracts, and he's seeing more and more people come through the door. I just think logically it's an easy entry point, and by not having a contract, it just makes establishing the relationship so easy. You know, I'd love to have all the data of people who do not sign up to martial arts schools because they put a 1 year, 18-month, 24-month contract in front of them. I'm really curious on that. So I said to him, that's because now what I basically came down to was I sell service, not contracts. I sell service, not contracts. That's why when the product is weak, you have to have great salesmen, because the great salesman simply sells the contract. He closes the deal. Good morning. Good morning, Master Bolden. How are you, sir? Sensei. Even better. Morning, Sensei, sir. So I say that passionately. I don't sell contracts. I sell service, or vice versa. I sell service, not contracts. I'm very passionate about that. I was speaking with a group yesterday called Small Giants, which I'm hoping to become a part of, and they really talk about how innovators are doing the things that nobody else is willing to do. Most people are not willing to get rid of contracts in our industry. Most people hold on to it like it's the holy grail, it's the magic bullet, it's the one thing that's going to help success in your business. I say not. I say if your curriculum is poor, I say if your teaching is poor, I say if your service is poor, a contract is not going to keep people there. So, I'm really passionate about selling service, not contracts. And I was listening to The Thank You Economy by Gary Vee last night. I'm wrapping up that book. And some of the things he talks about are really challenge us on a level of service. He was talking about one hotel that sits there before you even come to the hotel. They ask you questions, the right questions. We talked about that. If I ask the right questions, I get the right answer. They find out if it's your birthday. They find out if it's your anniversary. They find out what's your favorite color, your favorite food. They find out what music you like. And anything they can do to enhance your experience when you come to their hotel, they are going to do. They are going to do. So let's say hypothetically, you like the Rolling Stones, it's your birthday, and you like chocolate. Well, don't be surprised if you walk into your room and there's chocolate dipped strawberries waiting for you. The music's tuned on the station to the Rolling Stones. And what was the other thing I said? There was one more in there. But you get where I'm going with this. So the more we understand our demographic, and that's what I'm trying to share here, if you're going to sell service, the more I understand my demographic, the more I understand who is it that I serve, well, guess what? The better opportunity I have of creating that experience for them. But if I don't know who you are, if I don't know anything about you, it is almost impossible for me to create any kind of an experience. So, when I talk about I sell service, not contracts, then I must really spend that time to get to know you really well. And we make the effort to do that. Many times when I'm in my school in Millbrae, I simply walk around collecting data. Where's your birthday? What school do you go to? Those different things. Here's a great example. We have a parent that homeschools, and my wife got into a conversation with them, and we ended up setting a family fun day for this whole homeschool class. You see where I'm going with that? But had we not understood that, we wouldn't have been able to open those doors to that potential. Cool? I did a workshop yesterday for a corporation called Technion, a self-defense workshop. They had got me through referral from somebody else. So I understand the power of referrals, but what are those referrals based upon? Relationships, right? In our business, much like so many other industries, real estate, a dry cleaner, a restaurant, referrals will always be our best way to get new business. It will be. Quality leads especially. So if I can really understand my demographic well, then I offer myself the opportunity of getting better referrals more often, more frequently from the student base I currently have. You feel me? So let's open it up for a few minutes. Hey, what's up, Eddie, Jeremy, Steph? Let's open it up for a few minutes. Anybody who has questions, type them in there. While I'm waiting for your questions, I want to share my new book, Live, Learn, and Grow. You can pick it up two ways now. One, if you'd like an autographed copy, you can go to brannonbeliso.com and purchase one there. Live, Learn, and Grow, Lessons of a Reluctant Tiger. It has many stories in it, and I'm very transparent. I'm very vulnerable. It's not a business book. It's a self-help book. Or you can now go to amazon.com and purchase the book there as well. People have been asking me, well, are you going to do an audio version of this book? I absolutely am going to. I'm going to record it myself using my voice. I think that's very powerful. I just have to find a chunk of time to do that. I think I'm going to go to a recording studio and bang it out in a couple of days. That's what I think I need to do. So with that said, let's open up the floor to questions. Questions. If you have one, type it in. Otherwise, you know me, I can simply talk all day long. So, I sell service, not contracts. To me, that's really everybody I speak to that has made that leap of faith and got rid of contracts and gone to a month-to-month. We don't even offer a 30-day cancel. So I don't really understand the 60-day, 90-day cancel. I think that's a bit insane for me. It's a bit insane for me. Hey, what's happening, Josh? Bill? People coming aboard. So it's a bit insane for me. We don't even do a 30-day cancel. Because my feeling is, if we don't serve you well, you should not have to pay us. That's it. You know? Raymore is asking me, what type of food are you serving at your Mother's Day party? We are serving tea sandwiches, Master Raymore. Because what my wife told me, and listen to your wife, she says, Master Raymore, that moms and daughters, and they go out to, they have tea and tea sandwiches for Mother's Day. It's an old tradition. So we're going to serve tea sandwiches, little bitty sandwiches on the tiered plates. It's kind of elegant. It's kind of cool, right? I think it's cool. All right. Hey, let's see your questions. Morning, Bill, sir. Andy, sir. All right. Whit, you're asking me, no contracts even with after school. We have no contracts. Even my after school program is week to week. They pay by the week. If they decide to cancel next week, they can cancel next week. They go on vacation for a month. I'm very adamant about that. I know people liken it to this, and you do have an argument. They go, well, you have an apartment. You have to pay for the apartment for 30 days, don't you? If you go on vacation, you don't go to the landlord and say, I don't want to pay rent for a week. I think it's totally different, folks. They're not living there 24/7. It's not their house. It's your martial arts school they come to take lessons at a couple of days a week. So I think it's a huge difference. But those of you who want to use that for an argument can use that. Cool? Just like upgrades. People will say, well, it's like first class on an airplane. Wouldn't you rather fly first class than sit in economy? Well, I can have the argument we're all going to the same place, so what does that matter? But even better than that, we talk about creating that Disney experience. Is it the Disney experience for the person that walks past people in first class, and then you sit down, then they shut the curtain and tell you can't use the bathroom up front? You got to walk to the back of the plane. Is that the Disney experience for everybody? No. I would like to say, because I sell service, not contracts, everybody flies first class in my house. Cool? So there's another philosophy, mindset. Morning, Bill, sir. Steph, when someone comes through your door for the first time, you let them sign a waiver, right? Absolutely, they sign a waiver. What type of information would they give you about themselves on the waiver? Well, that's a really good question because we have different waivers. And if I'm doing a birthday waiver, that parent's already adamant they have to give you any kind of information. Short, sweet, to the point. Name, address, phone number, kid's name, sign the freaking waiver. As long as I've got an e-signature below that waiver, you can get on that floor and do class. If it's something who's actually signing up for a trial, then I believe I would like to know their birthday. I want to know anything and everything without being too intrusive because it's just the first time. I think it's data we tend to collect over time. Birthday's an easy one, right, Steph? Birthday's an easy one. But what other information you gather, I think, is really based upon your culture, right? Do you have kids? Do you like to go on family outings? Are you concerned about self-defense? Are you constantly looking for a great after-school program? I mean, you could go for those type of questions, but I really want to know personal things about you, right? Do you like going on vacation to Hawaii? So let's say hypothetically, you do a birthday party at my school and I want to send something nice to you, the parent, after for having your birthday party at our school. Well, great. If I know you like Hawaii, I might send you some of those, Hawaiian's best chocolate-covered macadamia nuts. See, things like that. Anyone can buy something and send it to you, but when it's thoughtful and they understand who you are, that's super powerful. That's super powerful. All right, Steph. Whit is asking me, what trial offer do you use? We use 4 weeks in a uniform for $99. I did the group intro. I did the 1-class intro. I did the 2-class intro. I did the 2 free weeks in the t-shirt. We've done a lot of different intros, and I find the 4-week intro works really well. Kickboxers convert better, and our karate students convert better. I feel if they can immerse themselves for 4 weeks in our culture, parent sits in the waiting area, talks to other parents. Hopefully, we get them into one of our community events that month, be it a buddy day, our free parents night out, whatever that may be. Everything we can do in 1 month to share with them our culture helps their buying decision so much better. Because remember, I sell service, not contracts. So I don't have a slick salesman that's going to sit you down and ask you after 2 classes, well, apply your trial fee if you sign up today and yada, yada, yada. We don't do any of that, any of it. So we better have great service. So we find 4 weeks. We need those 4 weeks to give any intelligent person the information they need to make a healthy buying decision for themselves. Cool? So that's where we use 4 weeks. So Steph, yes, so if someone comes in for a birthday party, they sign the birthday party with less information, and then if they sign up, you give them a waiver for, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's 2 different waivers. Jeremy, sir. Good morning. When people call in or walk in, do you give all your prices up front, or you just try to work them into your trial programs if you have them? If you don't, do you sway them? Do you sway them? No, I don't. That's salesman 101. Never give them your prices. They haven't test driven the car. They haven't tasted the food. They haven't done. No, I say if you can't afford me to begin with, then it's a waste of time for you and it's a waste of time for me. Truly it is. And it's even embarrassing. And you know who I got that from? See, I don't gather a lot of this data from a sales consultant or people like that. I go straight to the source. I go to moms. And every mom I've asked, would you like our prices up front? They said, absolutely. Because if my kid does this trial and then I can't afford it, it makes me feel guilty. It's embarrassing. And I don't think that's what I want to be a part. I feel that, right? Don't you feel that? How many of you agree with me on that? Right? Hey, what's up, Harold, sir? How many of you agree with me on that? Well, I want to know up front. Imagine if you walked into a hotel and you didn't know how much it was. And when you got there, you find out you couldn't afford it. What if you walked to get onto a plane and you found out you couldn't afford the ticket? What if you walked into a restaurant to eat a meal and you couldn't see the prices up front and you just had to wait for the bill at the end? See, that's salesmanship 101, Jeremy. And for me, that's not innovative. It's outdated, it's played out, and I would never do business with anybody that's not willing to give me their prices up front. Or even worse, sway me away from the question, Jeremy, by being convolute and saying, well, you know, we're the national average is anywhere from $99 to $250 a month, and we're right in the national average. Just give me the freaking prices. I'm the consumer. Serve me well. Give me what I want. Cool? And that's my opinion. Yeah, Steph, if you're doing a mom and me party, the mom definitely fills out a waiver. Absolutely. Because I'm going to put that mom in a flow because I gave her 1 free month, good for any time. See, the thing is, if you're going to offer a 1 free month trial to a mom for Mother's Day, do not put a deadline on it. Because the thing is, Mother's Day is right before what? Summertime. When is Father's Day for the dad and me party? Right before summer's time, right? So we sit there and we give them this and put a 1 month, you know, they have to use it within 1 month, and they don't use it because they can't commit to you for the summer. I can't tell you how many moms come across that board and they use it in September, they use it in October. So do not put an expiration date if you give the moms a free month of lessons for Mother's Day. Cool? All right. Anything else before I get out of here? Alrighty, folks, please pick up my new book, Live, Learn, and Grow, Lessons of a Reluctant Tiger. If you'd like to buy an autographed copy, go to brannonbeliso.com. If you would like just a regular copy, not signed, but just as good, go to amazon.com. My new e-series, It's Time Live from our big event in April, is going to be available. You can download it. You can buy that and download and watch it again and again and again and again and again from the convenience of your home or wherever you might be. That's going to be available shortly, so we'll look at that as well. Cool? Steph, one more question. I've come across something that expired and I couldn't get it until that time and it was annoying. Yeah, it is, you know. I had a woman come in back to me and use some Facebook special we did back in January that had an expiration date. You know I'm going to honor that. I'm absolutely going to honor that. Somebody came at me with a Groupon, and we haven't done Groupon in years now, and we still honor it because that's the right thing to do if you're going to serve somebody. Cool? All right. Hey, I'm out of here, folks. Until we talk again, go out there and live your